What's going on, everyone? Today we are taking a look at a new dash cam. This is the 70mm A510. Taking a look at the specs, this has front and rear cameras, an advanced driver assistance system, 24-hour parking mode, built-in GPS, Wi-Fi, and Bluetooth, and enhanced night vision with HDR. Taking a look inside the box, you have your manuals, your extension cord for the rear camera, your USB cord for the front camera, a trim tool which is used to help install the wire along your headboard liner, an adhesive mount for the front camera, two extra adhesive mounts, one for the rear camera, one for the front camera, four electrostatic stickers for installation, a USB cigarette lighter power adapter, and last but not least, you have your front camera module, and then you have your smaller rear camera module. Besides all of that, I also have their 64GB SD card and then their hardwire kit to enable the parking mode. So taking a look at the dash cam itself, this is definitely a very nice and modern looking unit. Right here you have a nice and large screen, but it's not so big that it's going to be an eyesore and stick out in your windshield, but it's also just the right size so you can easily see everything on there as well. You have your control buttons right down here, your lens over here and back, and as you can see it is adjustable so you can find the right angle as well. And then looking at the rear camera module, this one is also adjustable and looks very sleek and modern as well. So as far as installation goes, you have two different options to install this. First off, you can install this the easier way, which is just mount this on your dashboard, connect the USB-C connector to the dash cam, and then this just goes in your cigarette lighter port. As you can see, it is powered by USB-A, so if you have USB ports in your car, you won't even need this, and you could just plug this right into your car's USB port. Doing it this way, it'll only power the dash cam when the car is on. So in order to take advantage of the 24/7 parking mode, that's where you would need this hardwire kit that I have here. So I'm going to go ahead and get this installed in the car right now, and then I'll show you the basics of what that looks like. It's actually getting dark outside, so before I go out to the car to install it, just wanted to show you what the hardwire kit looks like. So when you use the hardwire kit, you'll no longer need to power it with the USB port. Instead, it'll go directly into your fuse panel. So this is what it looks like. On one side, you have the USB-C connector, which goes to the dash cam. And then you have three cables here on this side. You have your ground cable, your accessory cable, and then your constant power on cable. So out of the box, it just has the three wires like this, but I actually just installed these as this is what I'll be using to install it in my vehicle. These are a very common way to install dash cam hardwire kits like this, as it makes it so much easier. These are fuse taps. So what this is going to do is go into my fuse panel. This is going to tap into a always on power source. This is going to tap into accessory power source. And it basically just shares a fuse slot with something that's already in the vehicle. These don't come with the kit because every car has a different fuse type. So when you go and get some of these, you need to go find out what kind of fuse your vehicle has and then go on Amazon and you could find these fairly easy. All right, so I got it all installed. I got my fuse taps in there. Like I said, this is going to vary vehicle to vehicle. But in my case, the wire comes out of here from the hardwire kit, and then it runs right up the trim over here. All along the top comes out here. Now all I need to do is tuck it into the headliner, then it'll run right over there for a nice and clean install. So overall, definitely a very easy thing to install. I'm pretty sure if you just go on Google or YouTube and type dash cam installation and the make and model of your car, they'll come out a video or tutorial on how to do it. Pretty simple if you know what you're doing and you're okay with messing with a little bit of fuses like this. But if this intimidates you at all or makes you a little bit nervous, then definitely get someone else to do it. But in my opinion, most people should be able to tackle this and knock it out in about an hour to an hour and a half total. So getting the back one installed, same thing, put a little sticker on the glass, then put the dash cam onto that. Just make sure you put the lens in a clear spot and not where one of your heater grid lines are, or otherwise that's gonna block your video. All right, so first off, I wanna say I've used everything from cheap dash cams to more expensive ones, and this is definitely one of the best I've used so far. As you can see, you get a very good picture quality in both day and night, and there's also a lot of smart features as well. Before we dive into all the other features, let's start with the most important thing, and that's the camera itself. So this dash cam uses a Sony Starvis 2 IMX675 sensor, which as you can see puts out a very good picture. Looking at the specs, this gives you a 1944p resolution in the front and 1080p resolution in the back. You also get very good viewing angles of 140 degrees in the front and 130 degrees in the back. I really like having this as the camera not only covers you from the front and back, but a lot of what happens on the sides as well. As a quick side note, as you can see, my rear camera footage looks a little weird with this tint over it. That's because my wife has a very dark 15% tint on the rear window, so it's not ideal as far as capturing footage goes. But as you can see, it's still decent enough to be usable and see what's going on in back of her car. In addition, this has what they call the My Color Vivid Plus solution. This is their own algorithm that automatically adjusts the exposure, highlights, and a few other things to make sure you get a nice and bright image that's not only clear, but also very accurate as well. When it comes to night footage, this has a very good f1.8 aperture, which natively lets in a lot of light to capture a nice and clear image. On top of that, it also has what they call the 70 night owl vision. This automatically makes adjustments to the image to make sure you get the best clarity, exposure, saturation, low noise, and glare control. As you can see, all of this really helps to make some of the best night footage I've seen on a dash cam so far. As I said earlier, this also has a lot of additional features. First off, we have 24-hour parking mode. The dash cam does have a built-in G sensor, so if you enable collision detection, the dash cam will detect when your vehicle has been hit or moved and automatically record 30 seconds of footage. Definitely a great feature to have, as this adds the additional security of capturing any vandalism or hit and runs. Just like when you're driving, parking mode does monitor the front and back of your vehicle as well. Another feature you have in parking mode is time-lapse mode. In this mode, the camera will capture a low frame video that compresses 30 minutes into 1 minute. This can be helpful to capture something important or just to have fun and record a sunset or nice view that you're parked by. Besides being a dash cam, this also has a driver assistance system, or what they call ADAS. This has lane departure alerts, front vehicle start alerts, and forward collision alerts. Most new vehicles already have these, but if you have a basic or more older vehicle, this is a great way to add smart tech that's basically included free with the dash cam. Last but not least, this also has built-in GPS. This tracks your trip data, including speed, time, and precise coordinates. In the event of an accident, this is definitely going to be useful to provide evidence to either the police or insurance. Video is definitely helpful, but having that speed and location data really does cover you a lot more. Besides all of this, the GPS also logs your route, so you can easily review this in the app. This is going to be helpful if you pass by construction or a really congested area. Now you can see exactly where that was and figure out a better route for next time. All right, so taking a look at the dash cam, this is what it looks like. I was a little hesitant at first because, as you can see, this has buttons and it's not touchscreen. When devices use buttons, sometimes it can be very clunky and difficult to use, but fortunately that's not the case with this one, and it is very easy to use. As you can see, we have 4 buttons here at the bottom, and each button correlates with the little icon above it. So right here you have settings, videos, save emergency video, and then right here is the button to switch the views. So right now I have it on the front camera, but if I click that, it'll show the back camera view. It's dark right now, so you can't really see it very well on this little screen, but as I said earlier, this does capture very good night footage as well. So diving into the settings, you have a lot of settings you can do here, but then you have a few more settings that you can control from the app. So first you have video settings, video storage, you got low compression and high compression, resolution, there's 4:3 and 16:9. Personally, I like it on 16:9 as I think that gives a more normal view. With 4:3, it gives more of the sky and more of the roof. I guess if you have a lifted vehicle or a taller vehicle, that's what that'll work out. And then if you want 60 FPS, that's when you'll change it to the 1080p mode. You got recording duration. You can change that from 1 minute, 2 minutes, and 3 minutes, and that's how long each clip is going to be. You got a demisting feature, which is supposed to help make the video a little more clear. Logo on and off, speed display, coordinates display, and then you have your video refresh rate. Moving over here, you have this parking surveillance. This is where you can set how long you want it to be on. You can have it unlimited, 24 hours, 12 hours, 8 hours, 4 hours, or 2 hours. So you can go ahead and set that depending how long you need. In the hardwire kit, it does have an automatic cutoff, so if you put it on unlimited and your battery gets low, you don't have to worry about it. The camera will automatically turn off after a certain battery amount. This way you don't get back to your car and your car is dead. And then last but not least, you have the option to turn on or off time-lapse recording. You got your emergency video, your sensitivity for the emergency video, your driver assist settings on or off, sound settings, got the tone here on or off, button sound, audio recording on or off, speaker volume, and then you have your system settings, which is your Wi-Fi hotspot, Wi-Fi always on, screensaver, audio off when stopped, time, system language, date format, speed, and that's pretty much it for everything that's here on the camera. All right, so taking a look at the app, this is what it looks like. I apologize if things are a little hard to see or dark, as it's not the easiest to film in a car. So getting this app set up is very easy. You just download the app, make an account, and they'll automatically find the camera through Bluetooth. You just click scan, it'll pop up, click add, and that's basically all there is to it. And this is a Wi-Fi based app, so it'll connect to the camera's Wi-Fi direct connection. This way you can load and see videos a lot quicker compared to if it was a Bluetooth app. So to connect to the camera, all you gotta do is click that, click connect, and just like that, you're now connected to the camera. So coming up top, you have sound on and off, take a photo, switch the camera view from front to back. You have this button here where you can view all your previous footage. And right here, you have all video and emergency video. So if you get into a collision or you push the emergency video button, it'll automatically save 30 seconds of video locked into this folder. This way you don't have to worry about this video being deleted. As for the regular videos, it does film in a continuous loop. So as your SD card fills up, it'll go back to the beginning and start deleting and overwriting the oldest footage. It'll kind of keep doing that. This way you don't ever have to worry about deleting videos or getting more space. It'll just basically manage all that for you. Once again, if it's a emergency video or something happened, that one will not be included in the continuous loop and will be saved in this separate folder here. As I said earlier, there's a few other settings you can do in the app. So you have your speed watermark, coordinates watermark, mirroring and rotation in case you mount the cameras in a different way, live view upon power up, collision detection on or off, time-lapse photography on or off, how long you want the time-lapse photography. And then I'll just kind of scroll through the rest of these so you can take a look at what else they have in here. But yeah, overall, definitely a very well laid out app that's very easy to use and navigate. One thing I forgot to mention, when you're exporting a video, you can click this button here that says RS, and this will add this very cool overlay right here so you get a more cool graphical image. This is going to be good for sharing with someone or posting on social media. It just makes it look a lot more fancier compared to a regular dashcam video. Overall, this is definitely a great dash cam. The video looks great, it has a lot of smart features, and it's also very affordable as well. So overall, if you happen to be shopping for a dash cam, I would highly recommend the one I have here, which again is the 70mm Dashcam A510. If you would like to purchase or get more information, I'll also put the link to this in the description as well. Alright, well that about wraps up this video. As usual, if you have any questions at all, feel free to drop me a comment and let me know. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.